Wednesday. Make sure you guys download the show on iTunes, iHeartRadio, also on Stitcher Radio. Follow our YouTube channel on also our YouTube page as well. Everything is Sportscast on Instagram as well. And right now we've got a very special guest. I hit them up. I got their story, found it, and posted it on our website, sportscastlife.com. They hit me back, and I want to bring on, I believe his name's Evans Turner. Is it Evans Turner? Is that correct?
That's right. Just about everybody I know around here goes by their middle name for some reason. So.
Okay, for sure. Well, I'll take it. What's going on, Evan? I see you're from Newman. How do you say it? Noonan?
Yeah, Noonan, Georgia. That's where they film a lot of the Walking Dead episodes.
Oh, okay. For Walking Dead, I like that. I'm a fan of the show, so I can appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, dude, I appreciate you, taking the time to call on the show. As you know, we got hooked up on Twitter. I posted the show of a crazy story of you guys, going out and buying a NES old school game. I'm a gamer myself, so it really caught my eye about this story. You went out to some, a garage sale, something like that, picked up a video game, and you guys found some drugs inside of it? What happened?
Yeah, we go to this flea market. It's in Carroll County. I think they call it West Georgia Flea Market. We go there pretty regularly. Usually me. My brother works most weekends, but this time we were there together.
Okay.
And that particular vendor, he's a friend. His name's Dylan, and he has Infinite Games. And I don't think they have a website, just like a Facebook page or something. But I always stop by his booth. We usually chat about stuff. Occasionally I'll buy something from him. But he has a rack with all those cheap games on it. And one of them we noticed was not supposed to be in this country. It was a European game. So we were going to buy it for that alone, but noticed it was really heavy. And then we found one other pretty heavy game on the same rack. So it was interesting what we found when we got home with them, though.
Yeah, so what was it when you opened up this game? First of all, what do you know what was the game called?
The first one we noticed was a European game. It was Roller Games, and I think it was based on a TV show or something. And the second one was Golf, and that's one of the most common, most dirt cheap games for the NES.
All right. Okay, now I see just from the pictures we posted on our website and stuff, one of those games, Golf, did it have $100 bills inside?
No, but that was a story we had heard about, and we looked up the details again after we found what we found.
Okay.
And, it was the same title. Someone had Golf many years ago, like about 4 years ago, I think, and it had $5,000 in it. I think they were all $100 bills.
Damn. Wow. Now, when you opened this up, you felt it was heavy. From the picture we're looking at here, there's two silver, kind of airtight sealed bags inside. Was it cocaine? What was the drug? What was your seriously? When you opened it though, when you looked at these two bags, did you instantly think, "Hey, this is drugs"?
Oh yeah. So we looked at that. We knew that because of the way they were sealed, they pretty much had to be.
Yeah.
And I know it looks like tinfoil, but it actually feels kind of plasticky and airtight.
Okay.
And we only cut one of them open and made a little slot where you could see in there. It wasn't like a white powder. It was more of an off-white or almost brown.
Right. Okay.
And it was sandy with some larger chunks almost crystallized. But so the cops, they told us they're not sure what it is, and they haven't contacted us back since they seized all that. So we just have no idea for sure, but so many people online have heard like 10 or 12 different suggestions, but a lot of people seem pretty certain that it was some kind
Yeah,
of heroin or synthetic
I was going
heroin.
to say, that sounds like some type of heroin or something.
Heroin.
Now,
not that I know about these things.
Yeah, I know, really. Now, when you found this thing, did you have an inclination to possibly, hey, man, I don't know if I want to go to the cops with this because your buddy who's selling you the video games, like, man, maybe he gets indicted on, some sort of charges.
Burn him?
Yeah, well, we wouldn't have even purchased the games. I would have just had my friend, the vendor there at the flea market, open them up, but he couldn't find a screwdriver. So we just told him, yeah, well, we're gonna take these home and open them up on video and show you exactly what we find right away. So it was almost kind of like live what we were doing when we posted that.
Yeah.
And
so you were curious.
So by that point, everybody knew what we had found, and I didn't want to get a bunch of junkies coming after me, or who knows, maybe even some criminals. So yeah, we called the cops pretty much right away.
So that's my question. Okay, when you pop the lid and you see this,
right?
And for some reason or other, you know that it's drugs. Do you look over your shoulder? I mean, are you immediately looking over your shoulder like, okay, this is not good.
Yeah, someone's going to come in my house. Someone knows I have this game.
This isn't $1 worth of weed. This is some serious shit here. Yeah. And who's followed me?
Almost right away.
Who followed me from this flea market?
So, yeah, I'm pretty concerned about what might happen if somebody's been looking for that. I've got a feeling that whoever it was originally meant for probably isn't around anymore. So
yeah.
I don't want to end up like whoever that was. So,
that's just
but at least hopefully people see that we called the cops and that it wouldn't do any good for them to come to me trying to get it. So.
Yeah, that's funny. Now, if it was you open that up and it's a little bit of the Mary Jane, you're smoking that shit, right?
Probably not myself, but yeah, I had like a dozen messages almost immediately. People saying, I can make that disappear for you.
Right.
But one of the guys was my friend who, as soon as he actually saw the picture after we cut it, he's saying, no, you probably should call the cops.
Right.
Yeah, he knew that wasn't just some weed or something like that.
That is hysterical.
Yeah, that's funny, man. Well, dude, I appreciate you calling in the show.
So now, can you please send us the address of that flea market?
Yeah, I'm gonna go there and buy some stuff over there. Yeah, I'll give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
there was one other funny thing.
Yeah.
Like, that happened April 1st, and I didn't think anybody would believe it because it was April Fool's Day.
Right? No way.
But we went back there on a Sunday and talked to 3 different game vendors, and all of them had all of their copies of golf purchased. Just like one guy had 15 copies at least when I was there a week earlier. He doesn't have any copies of golf anymore, and that was the most common dirt cheap game out there.
Oh my God, that's the funniest part of this whole story. I love everyone's out of the golf game.
See, this is I see a guy walking up to the guy itching his arms, right?
Yeah.
All fidgety. Like,
Can I get the golf game?
You got any of those golf games?
Yeah, they treat it like it's a lottery ticket or something like that. But I guess they don't know what to look for. They don't know what would feel abnormally heavy. So.
That's great. Well, Evans, man, dude, I appreciate taking the time out, man. And hey, are you a gamer on Xbox? I mean, obviously you're a gamer. I see kind of your Twitter. You haven't been on there in a while, but you do have some gaming stuff. Are you a current gamer, or you still play? What's your system?
It's kind of sad. I've got the PS4 Pro, and I don't ever actually play it. I'm usually hooking up the old 8 and 16-bit stuff when I'm playing.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I like it. Old school. I like the old school game. Well, dude, I appreciate you calling in, man. You have a great rest of your weekend, and I really appreciate you taking the time, man. Appreciate it, Evans.
No problem. Take care.
All right. Thanks, buddy. That was a great story, dude. I muted my own mic. That's not good. It's so funny that he went back, and all the copies of golf were gone.
Isn't that awesome? What a rush, man.
Oh, my God. Now, Knock, what do you do in that situation? Because I know you and me, and if I found... I hate to admit it. I really do. I hate to fucking admit it. Because I think if I found, like, some Coke in there, and I tasted it, and it was some pure Colombian...
I'm tasting it.
But then again, I feel like you, like... If I did that, I'm the whole time I'm tripped out because I think someone's coming to kill me because they want the drugs. Because you know that's somebody's drugs.
Yeah, so my only question...
No one's putting that shit in there for free.
My only question would be, like he said, the guy who probably set this up is probably dead because the games would have been purchased by now. You have to think that this just didn't happen last week.
Damn.
But there's always going to be that thing in the back of your mind when they show up at the flea market to buy the golf game and dude says, "No, bruh, I sold that to my friend, man. He lives over in this county road. Here's his address if you really want that game." You know,
Yeah,
and then that guy turns up dead.
It's
and then they
crazy.
knocking on your door, some Russian dude,
Yes,
Croatian dude.
You stole my drugs, then he pops you one.
Right? Those guys are nuts,
Dude.
man. The medium mafia.
Dude, they'll just take you inside. Everybody in the family, just done.
I would probably...
You know what? I'm with you, Knock. I'm scared. I think I'm scared at this point.
I'd call the cops, but I'd pinch.
I'm with him. I think I'm with Evans at this point, though.
I'd pinch. There's no doubt.
You taking a gram or something out of that shit?
Yeah, I'm taking off the
top.
top.
Yeah, because I don't think they'll come and... I don't think the Russians will come into your house and kill you if you still like a gram.
The publicity has already shown that I turned it into the cops.
Right, so it's off your hands.
The cops don't know how much I found.
Well, when the cops show up, like, hey, there's a big divot in this brick.
That's just because when we opened it,
and it split everywhere. And it
flew all over the place.
As you have
That's how we knew.
If you have white substance on your nose, you're like,
no, I don't have a cold. Why?
So no, the Russians aren't coming.
Seriously, I'd pinch though. I would. I have to admit,
man.
I would.
Now you put it that way. We have to be honest with ourselves on this show.
I would pinch.
It's an honest show. You've got to be pinch off that.
I found 3.5 bags, officer.
Oh my God, man. You know what I say? I do that and I just play this.
Take that, Jesus. And
then I pray for good karma. You know it's not coming. You know something bad's coming up. Yeah, you know something.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Well, I don't think it would in the end. I'd still be scared shitless. All right, Knock. Let's move on here in the show. We got, again, you guys can tweet us. Yes, we are on Ustream. We're broadcasting live. You should be able to pull up the stream. Everyone else is Mr. Awesome, so might be your computer or whatever. But yes, I can watch right now. Watch. I'll put on Ustream right now. As long as you watch us. Yep. It's right there.
Hey, Kevin, since you're watching, are you bringing your own clubs this year, or am I providing you clubs?
Yeah, Kevin, do we have to do everything for you?
Right.
Look at this thing just moved up in my face right now. Now it's up here. It just grew on me.
I don't even want to hear you ever make that statement again.
I made it grow.
This thing just moved up on my face.
I made it grow and it moved up on my lips. God damn it, this fucking thing. Look at this thing. It's like, hey, baby.
Woo! Can't keep her down.
Damn, Naka. Are you working or what's your schedule the next 2 days here? Because I need to get play. I think I'm gonna go practice some golf here.
No, I'm working. I'm working tomorrow.
Friday. What's your deal?
I got to go pick up Kevin.
From what time? At what time? We should go hit some
9
balls.
o'clock at Burbank.
In the morning. So you're off that day?
Yeah, but we're setting up the backyard.
You
can
want
take
to
Kevin.
run up? Oh, maybe I'll do that.
You can take Kevin in the afternoon on Friday.
Yeah,
That'd be
maybe
great.
I'll do that. Let me see with Jackie and everyone see, but I want to go hit some balls, so maybe we'll do that with
That's
him.
cool. Or
okay.
just come down here to Citrus.
Yeah.
Citrus Driving Range.
I'm going to bring my
donated,
clubs to work, so it'll probably be like around 3 at 2:30ish. 3.
That's perfect.
3ish.
They've donated buckets of balls.
Buckles of
again.
balls.
So yeah, you can take Kevin down there.
Okay,
And
we'll
go
see.
hit
Yeah,
some
let me.
balls.
That'll be. Yeah, maybe
But
we'll do that.
Me and Mama got to set up, and your
Yeah.
mom.
No, I know, dude.
Right?
You guys are.
It can't be just
you guys
casual.
are going 2 parties back to back.
Well, we're going.
You're having our Sportscast party over here, and then
Yes.
you're having your mom's 85th fucking birthday party.
Yes.
God damn,
Exactly.
Knocker, you're just going all
Right?
out. Knocker's house is gonna be fucking
And then
trash.
2 weeks after that, we'll
You got
probably
that,
do
and that's the
Mother's Day.
Mexican side. This
Right?
is the Mexican Pacheco side coming over. They party like rock stars.
2 weeks after that, we'll probably do Mother's Day here.
Oh man.
So, yeah.
Well, let me see what Mother's Day is looking like. What are you gonna do? Because maybe I'll do in the pool or something if it's hot enough. Because I got the pool heated, so maybe I'll do something like that.
Well, it's up to you.
Let me see. Well, let
I
me
mean, it's your mom. It's not my mom.
yeah, I know. Well, it is your mom because it's everyone's mom. So we gotta kind of coordinate. You gotta coordinate. Get your mom over there. You gotta coordinate. Get Grandma. Do you really want Grandma Kathy? I love Kathy, but do you really want Grandma Kathy over there?
Dude, that's so wrong. That's just wrong.
Well, no,
but she's not the party type.
Yeah, but she said. But
She's
you know
not
what?
slugging
I gotta give
tequila
it up
like
for
my
I love
mom,
my
right?
yeah, please. That come out wrong because I love my grandma Kathy is my favorite. I love her to death. I love her to death. But yeah, she's
not
loosened up.
slugging tequila.
No, but she's loosened up on the
Yes.
wine a little bit.
Yes.
She's gotten a little. And you know what? She drives a badass Jag.
Yes, she does.
A badass Jag.
She does that.
All right, Knock. Let's get into it a little bit. We've got the NHL playoffs that are going on
Yes, we do.
right now. What do we have behind us? What do we have showing here?
I don't know, but you have basketball on.
Yeah.
Why don't you have hockey on?
Here, I think put it on the previous channel, and we can flip that screen, that one TV onto some sort of game here. What do we got? What was that? Do we know who LeBron won? I need to check that. Let me see. I don't care if we do this during the podcast. I don't give a shit. No, I don't care. Knocker, it's a podcast. This is what we do. We've been
One
doing-
Tampa Bay over New Jersey. 17 minutes left in the third period. Tampa Bay is up
refresh this.
2-1 in the series.
Cavs are up 90-80 in the fourth quarter with 6.5
They're
left.
gonna win.
Yeah, that was a big game for
Indiana's
them.
not
So
gonna
they're going
make
to
up
tie
10
the series at 1-1. That's a big win for them. But Knocker, yeah, we'll get to NBA later.
they
but
have the Rockets
Let's
on.
go. Yeah, we're going to get to NBA later. Let's get into NHL. I want to see how we're doing so far on our picks, Knocker, because sadly our Kings are out of the playoffs.
Woo!
Knocker, it's for the Kings. It's you got to score more than 3 goals in 4 games. Quick only gave up 7 goals in 4 games. That's what he gave up during the Stanley Cup win.
Right?
No, someone posted out on Twitter. I'm sorry if I don't give you credit for that. I don't want to take credit for that stat, but it was a really cool stat. He made the same amount of saves during their Stanley Cup run.
In the
finals. Get the same amount of goals, but in this series, he did the same and lost. So,
Right?
yeah, let's just cap off our King because we're huge Kings fans. So what do you got to say on the season? How do you think they go from here? The Doughty, was that a big loss for them? Obviously in game 2. What are your thoughts on the hit and so forth?
I don't like the suspension. I think it was an overreaction. It really cost them dearly in game 2 because not only are you short Doughty, you're short Muzzin, who are your top 2 defensemen. offensively and defensively.
Yes.
You're playing young kids, and unfortunately that game goes into double overtime. That arena, from what I hear, is A, it's small. I've been there. It's small. But B, it's really warm. So it really takes a lot out of your team. So if you're short shifting like the Kings were, right, at the end of that game, you're worn out. It's going to take more than one day.
You're saying the stadium's for an NHL stadium, it's warm inside?
Yes.
You know, and I actually kind of saw that it was kind of slushy in front of the crease a little bit more than I would think.
So it's warm. I heard it's warm. It's humid. So it really takes,
a toll on the play, the conditioning,
as opposed to Staples Centers, which is huge, enormous. It's cold in there.
So do you blame the coach? What's his name? Because I forget the new coach's name.
Don Stevens.
Do you blame him for not getting the team conditioned enough? Where do you think? It's just scoring, right? You got to score goals to win.
Yeah, nothing to do with scoring. Toffoli's got to score. Carter's got to score. Pearson's got to score. Kopi's got to score at least 2-3 goals.
Brownie's got to get one. He's got to get the one random.
And they got nothing.
They got nothing. Yeah.
They got
a goal from Ledoux from a guy's never scored one before.
Right, and it just wasn't happening. And the bottom line is this Las Vegas team is really, really fast.
Yeah.
They're very suffocating. You make a mistake and they pounce, just like the 2 goals in 21 seconds in Game 3. You make a mistake in your own zone, they're forechecking. They roll out, and the only teams I've seen do this, maybe the Penguins last year when they got physical, but they were still fast. They're not real. The Knights aren't real physical, but my God, they're suffocating, and they roll 4 lines.
Yes,
they roll.
They come at you in waves.
And they tape-to-tape pass better than any team I've seen since the Yzerman Red Wings and the Gretzky Edmonton Oilers teams.
Yeah, they're quick, but I think it kind of, and Fleury play. The biggest thing about Fleury has been inconsistency, and he was consistent the whole series.
Absolutely.
He made huge saves, and that's it. Jonathan Quick was unbelievable.
Oh no,
they could have lost by so much more. He saved their ass so many times. So let's break. Let's get into the rest of the NHL playoffs. Let's go over what we predicted kind of last week when we were here, and how the series are shaping out, and where we go from here next. So break down the series here for me as we run through. Do you need another beer? Yeah, I need one too, though. Okay. Grab before you go. Yeah, so you can have some before you don't get parched, because you're going to carry this next segment up here. Again, guys, follow us at Real Josh Pacheco on Twitter. Knockers at Bud Knocker. We'd like to chat with you guys. We're very, I don't know what the word is, but we'll talk to you. We'll get back to you. We're very active, I guess is the word, when it comes to our social media. So get to us. All right, Knock. So, yeah, NHL playoffs. Obviously, Vegas is in the number 1 seed on the West, sweeping the Kings. What's the next series? We got the Ducks right down in the Sharks.
We've got the Ducks playing the San Jose Sharks. We both picked the Sharks. You picked them in a sweep. I picked them 4-1. It's 3-0 Sharks. And what an embarrassment the last game. I mean, the Ducks have been clearly and unbelievably outplayed in this series. 3-0 game 1, 3-2 game 2. 8-1. You lose a NHL playoff game 8-1
well, man,
in a desperation
Flyers
situation.
And Penguins game 1 was about
right, but this
is
a desperation situation. You're down 2-0. You lost both games at home. There's no way you can roll out in game 3 and get your ass handed to you 8-1. Sharks win tonight. This series is over.
And what's the series at right now?
It's 3-0 Sharks.
And I called a sweep, right? So
you called a sweep for the Sharks, and I called Sharks in 5.
Okay, so we're pretty much right.
So we're right there.
Par. Okay, what's the next series here?
Predators. Predators look good. Predators look really good, but
Colorado, I know,
comes back in game 3 and just blasts them.
And if you tie that series up 2-2, if you're Colorado,
big game tonight. Colorado.
What was our prediction when we went into the series?
We both predicted a sweep by the Predators in this one because they were playing so good.
They were playing,
and they
got the
hot.
goalie. Yeah, I know. In the Preds, I think they come out and win game 3.
I think they win the next 2 games.
If there's a game in hockey, Knockers, we both know that the team that's not supposed to win ends up winning a game of the series. It's game 3 because they end up losing the first 2 on the road.
Normally.
They come back home and they get all the energy, and they end up in that. You know what I'm saying? It's always
absolutely.
that game 3.
Right.
So I think
especially
the Preds
when
bounce
you're
back.
You're overmatched.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would think Preds in 5 here still.
I'm going with that.
Okay.
I'll agree with you with that. Now
All
we
right.
got the Winnipeg Jets and the Minnesota Wild. This has been a good series. Minnesota just doesn't score quite enough.
Yeah.
The Jets at home looked really good.
What's the series?
The first
Can
two
you
games.
let everyone know just what the series
The
is
Jets.
at right now?
The Jets are up 3-1.
Okay, 3-1 here.
Okay,
And what was our
And
prediction?
they moved back to Winnipeg.
I picked the Jets.
We both picked the Jets in 6.
Okay, so we're pretty much right on par with that.
It's 3-1 Jets. I think it's going to end in 5. I don't see Minnesota winning up
Okay.
in Winnipeg.
Hey, you've been watching a lot of the series. I mean, I know it's hard to catch
Yes,
every
I am.
series, but there's certain series that I've been watching, and I'm sure that you have been watching on. The Ducks, I really haven't paid much attention to that because I figured that San Jose was going to do that to them.
Plus, it's the Ducks. We don't watch the Ducks.
Yeah, I don't.
And it's too late. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, really. That
serious.
Kings game the other day when it double overtime, man.
Oh, man.
Fuck, I
That
told
was
Jackie,
rough.
she's like, the game's still on. I was like, yeah, it's 11 o'clock. I'm still down there. Fucking, and then, I mean, our Dan Burlington, our brother, went to game 3, the
Yes, he
overtime game. Man, you go through that. The Kings are up 1-0 that whole. I mean, not overtime. I
Yeah.
think they lost 2-1, but they were up 1-0
No, they
in
lost
that game.
3-2.
3-2 in that game.
Yes.
Man, tough one to lose. So, all right, what's
Very
the next
tough.
series here?
The next series you have going on is Tampa Bay and the Devils.
Now, interesting here, that video came out, or I didn't watch this game, but I guess last game, one of the Devils players said, I'll fucking kill you.
Right.
To one of the mate. Well, tell me, but did you do what's with this story? Do you have any more on this story?
Oh, no.
What happened?
No, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
No,
We
I
got to
just saw it
check
on
this
the
out.
ice,
Yeah,
so.
it's pretty crazy, man.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, he said, I'll fucking kill you. Fucking kill you, bro.
Tampa Bay is definitely the better team. But again, like you said, Tampa wins the first 2 games at home. Devils come home to home cooking. You know, they win a nice game in Game 3. Tampa Bay is going to win the next 2 games, I believe. We both predicted 4-1, and I think that's exactly how this series is going to turn out.
Okay.
Tampa Bay just has too much firepower for
And
them.
they're up 2-1 right now as we're watching the game behind you, Knock, and
Okay.
they closed this out. It's pretty much
Right,
a
they're
wrap
up 2
up for
games to
them.
1 in the series. This is
Yeah.
Game 4.
Yeah.
The Boston Bruins are
Now,
playing
the Maple Leafs, I've
Toronto
been paying
Maple Leafs.
attention to this series because this was actually played, I think, the last game of the season, correct, Knocker? These
Yes.
2 teams played.
Yes.
A lot of bad blood coming in this game.
Yeah.
Already
Yes.
a suspension, right? A 3-game suspension for one of the
Maple Leafs players.
Yeah, for the Maple Leafs player. What are your thoughts on this hit here?
Oh, it was just horribly dirty. It's just bad.
Suspension.
If they're gonna- oh yeah, if
I
they're
know
gonna
it's,
give-
I know
if
it's
they're
the
gonna give-
playoffs, so it kind of good.
Guy
Okay.
was defenseless. If Doughty's going to get 1, this
Are you
guy
happy
deserved
with
at
it?
least 3. Oh yeah,
You think more or less? I mean, it should have been more or less, or you're right on par.
I
pretty
would have
much?
given him more. I would have because he the guy's basically on his knees with his head up against the board, and you come charging in with your hip and smash.
Now I
his head
picked
against the
Boston
board.
in this series.
We both picked Boston in 5.
Okay.
Okay, so a lot's going to happen tonight. Toronto's playing pretty well. I mean,
I think this
Boston's
this
winning,
looks
but
like a
Toronto's playing
7-gamer
pretty
now.
good.
As it's playing out, it looks like a 6 or 7
And
gamer.
this is nice in
here,
the
Knocker.
original 6 series. It's
Yeah.
nice to see Toronto back in the playoffs. Babcock must be a good coach because he's taken 3 teams, the Ducks and the Red Wings, and now the Maple Leafs to the playoffs.
Yep.
They look good. They're getting some good goaltending. I got to say one thing, though. I think the Toronto Maple Leafs home blue colors are just iconic. It's a different blue.
Yeah.
And if you see it in person,
Well,
there's
no, is it different? Because I'm looking at Tampa Bay right now. Is it different than a Lightning jersey?
Yes, it is.
The color-wise?
Yes.
It's a different blue?
It's a different blue.
Like a brighter blue?
I don't know what it is. The Toronto Maple Leafs blue is so unique.
Well, and when all the
to
fans
that
getting that shit,
team,
too, and it's just
right?
blued and white out.
And being an
Yeah.
original team, it's fantastic. There's
All
so
right.
much history there.
So that's one of my if you're going to watch a series, that's a series to watch.
The series I'm most into because just the time when I get home, this is the game that's just getting started.
Yeah.
Is the Capitals
And the Columbus Blue
and
Jackets.
the Blue Jackets.
Been
right?
a great series,
Oh,
Knocker.
unbelievable
I mean,
series.
another just the intensity and the hits that go on in the NHL playoffs, Knocker, they're just nothing like it.
Absolutely.
And it's another series, just back and forth, overtime games, just late.
All of them overtime.
It's just craziness. I picked the Capitals. I still hope they can bounce back here and take this series. Was it 2-1 Columbus, right?
Yes, everyone's won on the road.
Everyone's won on the road.
Yes, and they've all gone into overtime.
And it's so. I believe the Capitals were the Capitals at home first.
Yes, it's
okay.
2-1 Jackets.
Okay,
they lost game 3.
So they
at
play
home.
tomorrow, I believe.
Yes, they do.
Okay, that Knocker.
It'll probably go overtime again. This game is so closely contested.
Yeah.
The winning goal was a ricochet goal. It went off like 3 players before it ended up in the back of the net. Unbelievably good goaltending by Dabrowski. I think that's his last name,
Yeah,
Dabrowski for
yeah.
Columbus. And I'm really excited for Columbus. 3 years ago, I started getting on their train, and I really liked them last year. They took Pittsburgh.
They've been building for a team, too. Like Columbus, you don't even think of a hockey team.
Right?
It's fucking crazy.
Team.
Yeah.
This is the first time they've made the playoffs 2 times in a row. First time they've ever been up 2-0 in a series.
Last year, they made a little bit of noise.
Well, last year, they played against the Penguins in round 1 and played their ass off.
Yeah,
Probably
that was a great
the
series.
most contested series that the Penguins had in the whole run last year that they had. Very good team. I like seeing what's happening there.
Okay.
I think they got rid of, oh my God, what's the name of the player that they had? Nash. I think they got rid of Rick Nash at the absolute perfect time. Picked up some players. Got rid of Jack Johnson
Steve,
at the good time. Huh?
I think I said Steve when you're like
Steve
Nash.
Nash?
Yeah, I go to Steve. Go to Steve Nash. He's balling up on skates now.
But this series is just unbelievable. Ovi's playing off his ass. Everything is. Nobody's playing bad.
Yeah.
The Caps have gone up 2-0 in each game. And
it's a great series. What's the last series? We're going to get to break. We got Robin. Robin, I know you're on the line, so we're going to get to break, and then we're going to bring you right back, girl.
Columbus in 7. You went Caps in 6.
Yep.
And the last
we'll see how that one plays out.
Against the Flyers.
Pittsburgh has been fucking just scoring machine. I mean, Philly got that one game, but Pittsburgh's going to roll them in that.
This is going to go in 5.
All right. Let's when we get to break here, we're going to have a great guest coming on. She's been on the show before. Her name is Robin Lynn. She will be on the show. She is got her own podcast, Talking Shiz. I was on there a few weeks ago. It's a great podcast. You guys check it out. She'll let you know where to download it and so forth. But we're going to have her on. She's a Boston sports writer, fan as well. She knows she's got the ins and outs. We're going to talk a little bit of Brady with her, the Patriots,
she's learning
Boston
everything
Bruins.
about Denver now.
Yep, we're going to get in talk with her in just a little bit. So, again, you guys want to call the show, the lines will be open after Robin. So, 626-208-9040. Again, I appreciate I appreciate Evans coming on. That was a great call with him earlier talking. So, all right, Robin, we'll get back to you in just a little bit. Knock, you get some shots?
Sure.
Robin, get a shot. Robin, I know you're at home. You got kids. You're married. I know you can take a shot right now, Robin. Get a shot. We'll talk some NASCAR. Won't we talk some NASCAR?
NASCAR.
Should we talk some NASCAR news?
Why not, baby?
Why not? She'll let us know she's down with the NASCAR. And how about those shirts, man? Go fast or eat ass. Those new NASCAR shirts. I want to know if she owns one of those. We'll talk when we get back.